Good morning students. Today I am going to explain about reproduction in the plants. Okay. In the last video I had explained you that is asexual reproduction in plants. But today I am going to explain about sexual reproduction in plants, that too the androsium part only. Okay. Androsium part introduction. So we'll move on to the sexual reproduction introduction. So the sexual reproduction, there are three important stages is there. One is in pre-fertilization, fertilization and post-fertilization. So the pre-fertilization meaning is that is before the fertilization. And fertilization means that is a fusion of male and female gamete. That is you all know that is pollination. And post-fertilization means after the fertilization there is the seed, that is the fruit formation takes place. How it is happening, that is post-fertilization. So in the pre-fertilization we'll be having a androsium, gynosium and androsium parts. What are the stages and events which is producing the male gametophyte in the androsium. And in the gynosium, I'll be explaining how the female gametophyte is produced. What is ovule? What are the structures of the ovule? Types of the ovule. These and all I will explain you in the pre-fertilization stage. So today I'll explain you androsium part. That is male reproductive part of the flower. Yes. We all generally girls and ladies will like flowers. Most of the girls very crazy with flowers. Why? Because of its attraction of color and its smell and it's very nice to see. So the flower, what is it? In the biologically, the biology of the view of flower is, it is totally different. For biology, up to biology, it is highly condensed shoot. What is highly condensed shoot? Highly condensed shoot is nothing but it is fully having the flower, fully having the male and female parts of the flower. That male and female part of the flower is essential for the sexual reproduction. So the sexual reproduction, heart of the sexual reproduction is flower, because the flower only having the male part and female part. So the male part is androsium and female part is gynosium. So androsium meaning is the male part of the flower and gynosium is female part of the flowers. So the flower, apart from the flower, is a beautiful, colorful. From the flower we can make their perfumes. And point of view, from the poet point of view, it is an instructive, it is an inspirational tool for him to write the poem about a flower. And in the Tamil also it is denoted by a flower is used for denoted by our Kurunji Mullai Marudam Neidal Palai. Like in some of the countries also they are using the flowers in the national flag. And a flower is used for the decorative main ingredient, main item, main important thing used in the celebrations, like whether it is a good or bad, all the celebration decorative work is made by only the flowers. So and the flowers consisting of the reproductive organs or the structure of the plants. So that's most of the flowers are hermaphrodites. Hermaphrodite means bisexual flower. In one flower, it's most of the flower will be having both male and female part. So that is called bisexual flower or the hermaphrodites. So this diagram, this is nothing but your basics of the last year. In the 11th standard you have studied, that is in the reproductive morphology you have studied the parts of the flowers. So in the parts of the flowers, so the corolla, calyx, stamen, pistil, receptacle and peduncle. So the corolla is nothing but, that is the collection of petals is called corolla. And calyx, you know, that is the layer. This layer is called calyx. So stamen, that is a male part. The androsium is stamen. So I am telling you the male part of the flower is androsium. So what is the male part? What's its name is stamen. And pistil is a female part of the flower. And receptacle means that is this part is called receptacle. Receptacle is nothing but this whole calyx, corolla the stamen, the pistil, all the path is getting emerging from this receptacle path is called receptacle. And it is not a peduncle, it is a pedicel. The stack which is connecting the flower is called pedicel. The stack which is connecting the fruit is called peduncle. The leaf which is connecting the stack is called the petiole. So this is pedicel. So it is all the basic for the reproductive part of the flower. And corolla means collection of petals, calyx means this thing, and stamen means male part, and pistil means female part, and receptacle is a collection of all the layers, that is corolla, calyx, all the layer is connected here, receptacle. Next is peduncle, that is connecting stalk of the flower. So next, what is the reproductive organ here? Reproductive organ of the plants, that is a flower only. And in the flower, what is the reproductive organ? That is nothing but, I already told you, main parts of the flower is pistil and stamen. So stamen is a male part, pistil is a female part. So this is the male part, that is denoted that there is in the long stem with the anther. That is, stamen is consisting of anther and filament, and pistil is, that is style, stigma and ovary. Style, this is the long stick, that is green color is in style, and the bulged one at the top of the style is called stigma, and these are all the small, it's like somewhat broad in the nature, it is called the anther, and the connecting stalk is called the filament. So the combination of filament and the anther is called stamen, male part of the male reproductive part of the flower. Pistil meaning is, that is style, and stigma is called pistil. That's it. That's it. Next, I am coming to the male reproductive part of the androecium, part of the flower, that is called androecium. So can you able to appreciate here this diagram? It is showing you that already I explained you in the last slide. Anther, filament is collectively called a stamen. So in this picture we will explain you. See the characteristic nature of the anther. So this structure, this is anther, and this is the filament. So this anther will consisting of your pollen grains. You could have studied in the lower classes. That is pollen grains, that is pollens which is coming out from the through the opening of the anther, or the dehiscence of the anther. Dehiscence means opening in this particular plant. There is a line which is presenting in between the two lobes of the anther. Through this line will be opened one particular time. Once the pollens are get readied in the anther, it is started opening, and all the pollens will be coming out. So you can appreciate here, this is a cut section of the anther. I had explained here this diagram. So this is your filament as usual, and this is a transverse cut section. That means in the middle of the portion we are cutting the anther, and it is showing like it is a bilobed. This is one lobe and this is one lobe. So this lobe explains these are the two lobes. So these lobes and these lobes. And it is a two lobes and diathecious. Diathecious means 1, 2, 1, 2. Diathecious with the two lobes of the anther. So this diathecious we can call it as a diathecious or the biathecious, and also called as tetrasporangiate. What is the tetrasporangious? This diathecious we can also call it as sporangious. Why it is called sporangious? Because sporangious tissue will be presenting inside of in the center of the anther is called this thing. So this is nothing but again your flower which is showing the stamen. This is a long filament that is showing this thing. Next. So I already explained you, it is a bilobed and it is a diathecious. Diathecious 1, 2, 1, 2. Diathecious. This is diathecious, and you see here there is a groove. Groove means that is somewhat, it is a down, it is somewhat, it is like a space in the back side, that is called longitudinal groove. It is somewhat longitudinal. Why ma'am it is? You can ask me the question. Through this opening only, through this margin is started to open and all the pollen will be coming out. This is called dehiscence or the opening of the anther and releasing of the mature pollen grains. So pollen grains only getting ready or getting produced and matured and developing in the anther only, not in the filament. So the filament is just supporting the anther. That's it. Next is four-sided. It is 1, 2, 3, 4. Four-sided. And 4 microsporangia. 1, 2, 3, 4. This diathecious is called the 4 microsporangia. 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is called microsporangia. Next, so initially it is called, the androsium is, initially it is called, that is in the male and female gametes united to getting a gametes, that is gamete, male and female gametes getting forming the gametogenesis. Fusion of the male and female gamete is called gametogenesis. Earlier it is cell. But nowadays it is calling as an fertilization. In the lower plants means algae and bryophytes. Why it is called lower plants? Because it does not have a true root or the true stem or the leaves or nothing. So it is called lower plants. But when you are coming to the pteridophytes or the gymnosperm or the angiosperms, all will be calling as an higher plants. Because they will be having true root, stem, leaf, flower, fruit, everything. So it is called as a true higher plants. In the higher plants, the fertilization takes place inside the body of the plant. But in the algae and bryophytes, it will be having the external fertilization. There is also male and female gametes will be there. They are also fusing by the technique of isogamy, anisogamy, oogamy. Isogamy means fusion of similar gametes. Anisogamy means fusion of both different gametes. And oogamy means, that is here the one gamete, that is male gamete is smaller and female gamete is bigger. So this male and female gamete is female gamete is larger and male gamete is smaller one. Both are fused together is called oogamy. Different gametes fusing by the anisogamy. Isogamy means similar gametes is fusing. Algae and the bryophytes, that is lower plants, is giving the external fertilization, and whereas the gymnosperm, pteridophytes, angiosperm giving the higher plants in the internal fertilization. So hope you all understand this video. The next video I'll explain you what is the pre-fertilization, that is androsium, how the anther will be developed, how the anther will be produced, anther wall is getting ready, how the pollen grains are getting ready. Thank you.